Daily Broadside, day 387. Yesterday, I had some dipshit trucker comment on one of my video from yesterday, and said something to the effect that I was judgmental and I must be a Trump supporter. And I thought to myself, well, that's very judgmental of you to think, because I'm not a Trump supporter. You're not going to find any of that MAGA BS crap at my house or anything I say. I don't prescribe to that. I'm a fan of America. I like America a lot, you know. For example, I support the military. I don't always support military spending because I think it's a bunch of frivolous waste a lot of times. I'm all for secure borders because I think that's what any country has. I like small government. I don't want this government's ridiculously large. It's insane. I would cut out some of the departments that we have in the federal government. I'm very libertarian in my views. I'm basically live and let live, man. Do whatever you want to do in life as long as it doesn't hurt me or someone else or my stuff or someone else's stuff. Do what you want to do, man. Marry who you want to marry, dress up whoever you want to dress up, love who you want to love. Doesn't matter. It's cool. Just don't do anything that makes me have to change my ways and freedoms. That's all. That's all I really care about. So I don't know where someone gets off listening to what I said, which had no political relevance whatsoever, thinking that I support Trump. I think Trump he's a fascinating study because to me, he's the most megalomaniacal, why is it so hard to say? Megalomaniac that I think U.S. government has ever seen. It's fascinating how arrogant and pompous that guy is. I like some of the stuff he did. He had a couple good ideas overall, but when you put one person in charge of a country, they're never going to be able to do everything that you like. They're always going to be something. I mean, my favorite presidents, Kennedy, Lincoln, Taft, Eisenhower, the people that I like the most, they still did some dumb stuff, You're not going to agree with them, just like they wouldn't agree with me if I was the president. They'd be like, I like how he did that, but man, that was a bonehead move, So to call me judgmental is fair. Okay, I'll say stuff that's judgmental, and I think you're missing the tongue-in-cheek point of some of it, but whatever. There's some sarcasm mixed in there, trucker buddy. But to label me as someone as a fill in the blank is more judgmental than the bullshit that you wrote to begin with. Ergo, work on your sentence structure. Make sure you proofread when you're gonna troll somebody, and go from there. I think the diesel fumes are probably getting to you. Just pull over an arrest area. Maybe find you some healthy food. Oh wait, they don't have that at truck stops. So keep eating all your fried foods and your Mountain Dew, and rock on, baby. Hey, the argument has always been made of who the greatest of all time is, and that's Jack Nicklaus. Okay, Tiger is clearly second. To me, it's like MJ and Kobe. Kobe just didn't quite get there, but they're facsimiles of each other in a lot of ways. But Jack, right? Yes, Tiger has more wins, okay, but Jack has way more Masters. And here's what, if you extrapolate even further, right? If you look at how many second and third places that Jack had, it buries Tiger. I'm talking like 260 some to like 90 some. Like, it's insane how many times, if Jack wasn't winning that week, that tournament, he was second or third. It's almost like when Jeff Gordon was in his heyday. I was a huge Terry Labonte fan, Ricky Rudd fan. I hated Jeff Gordon because Jeff Gordon won all the time, and I'm just not a fan of that. It drives me away to some people when they do that, right? I like the underdog, and which is odd because I'm talking about Jack Nicklaus. But nevertheless, if Jeff Gordon wasn't winning the race, he's in the top five. And that, of course, NASCAR tracks top fives. And it's astounding that, if you're not winning, you're in the top five. And Jack did that for decades, basically. But, at least all the 70s, And it would be really cool to watch that dude who was year in and year out, just managed the course like nobody ever managed it before, was cerebral in ways that no golfer had ever been before. Greens and regulation just destroyed it. Long drives, averaged like 270 some yards of drive. Avoided his weak spots, which were like wedge shots. he would, lay up and then drive a 3-iron into the green. I mean, just so he wouldn't have to hit a wedge, because he knew that was not where his bread was buttered. It's just fascinating the way he played the game. And Tiger, don't get me wrong, phenomenal player, but he ain't Jack Nicklaus, I'm telling you. When you're going up against guys like Tom Watson and, Gary Player and Arnold Palmer and all this, it's not like he had lightweights back then when he was playing. It's all relative. He's also hitting on persimmon woods and all. So it would be awesome to see Jack in 1976 playing against Tiger 2004 or whenever his heyday was. But I think in the end, the Golden Bear prevails. Hey, get him.